be the next Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, or who will invent the next it gadget? In the Shark Tank, it's sink or swim for entrepreneurs competing to lure the big fish with the big bucks. And for the first time, the female sharks are catching up. You might even say they're hot on the trail of blood in the water. But will they bite? Here's ABC's Cecilia Vega.
You're starting to act like Damon, like a baby. So why
It is feeding time in the Shark Tank.
When you walk into the Shark Tank, you look for the sucker. And if you don't see one, it's you.
Dare enter with a half-baked idea for a new business?
Yes, I am, Big Mouse. Pipe down, little man.
I can't take it anymore. I'm out.
I want to do this eye-to-eye, face-to-face, because you're doctors.
And get eaten alive.
Worst presentation ever. I'm out.
Oh, that was mean.
But sometimes entrepreneurs on the hit ABC show come armed with the perfect recipe for success.
I'll make you a millionaire within a year.
Whoa!
Okay, so this is the famous hallway.
This is where the entrepreneur walks down the hallway, the doors fly open, and all of a sudden you see myself and my fellow sharks up there ready to either make them rich or make them cry.
Shark Tank has captured the essence of the American dream, that everyone is just one good idea away from striking it rich.
My offer would be 50-50.
We accept your offer.
And it has paid off.
Very clever young women.
Making the show #1 in its time slot with record ratings this season.
Do you really think that the next Steve Jobs or Mark Zuckerberg could walk through those doors?
No, you have no idea. Who knows?
You never know.
In the real world, the stars of the show are pretty big fish. Millionaires, even billionaires in real estate, fashion, and finance. Ruthless in weeding out the million-dollar ideas from those that won't make a penny.
You wake up and say, I want goats? I mean, why?
I graduated college in 2009.
And you thought goat?
This is no game show. This is real money, their own money, and the stakes are high. And as I found out on a recent visit inside the tank, these sharks are cutthroat, even when the show's cameras aren't rolling.
They're very nice and timid when they're not negotiating, and after that, they can turn on you very easily.
Who's the best negotiator?
I am, but
Of course.
negotiators.
Who makes the most risky decisions?
I would think Barbara takes. Who are you guys?
No way, don't blame that on me. It's Papa Warbucks over here.
The two lady sharks on the show are real estate tycoon Barbara Corcoran and the queen of QVC, Lori Grenier. They say they have a secret weapon the male sharks don't.
We have a different perspective on the product. Most of the men here have trophy wives, so wealthy men. They don't shop, they don't buy their kids clothes, they probably don't shop for groceries. And we also bring friendship to the women that step on the set.
I think that I bring compassion. I understand what they feel like. So when the entrepreneurs come into the tank, I know what it felt like. You two are very much like my husband and myself. And I completely understand both of you. I get you.
For the first time ever in the show's 5 seasons, the two female power brokers are battling in the Shark Tank at the same time.
We sort of leveled the playing field by having 2 women on the set.
Well,
the
you
woman
know
who,
we really
could I just
haven't,
finish this? Well, not exactly, even
Because
50-50.
it's not a fair fight.
I know it's not a fair
2 women,
fight.
3
but
men.
I know,
not a
but
fair fight
no,
for
it's
them.
more than fair. You know why? Because our combined IQ is 3 times more than the men combined.
Whatever the secret is to building a brand, these women have figured it out.
It's about maybe 2 minutes until showtime.
Grenier holds 120 patents and has sold over $500 million worth of her swiveling jewelry organizers, nesting cosmetics containers, and other storage simplifiers.
My very first time on QVC, I was scared to death. Because in that one moment, you could either make it or break it.
She's used QVC as a launch pad, not only for her own products, but the Shark Tank businesses she's invested in.
Everybody has said to me, Lori, it's a happy sponge, my kids love it.
Like this yellow smiley face sponge called Scrub Daddy.
Scrub Daddy, a really good workout.
And I think the Scrub Daddy has the potential to be a $100 million product.
Wow. Barbara Corcoran made her millions starting the first female-owned real estate brokerage firm in New York City.
Wow, what a great space.
Now, she's on the hunt to buy her dream home in Manhattan, which might be this $14.5 million penthouse in the sky.
Unbelievable.
She's earned it, but but says that to get ahead as a woman in the male-dominated boardrooms of America, you've got to play up your assets.
I wear short skirts, I make sure I have makeup on, and I flirt like crazy with the men. And guess what? I get into them that way.
Is it an asset or a hindrance to be a woman in a boardroom?
I always use a sex card.
You do?
Always, because if the men are in long-legged suits, kind of boring, the same old ties, same old shirts, I wear the sexiest outfit I could find.
She sold her real estate company several years ago for $66 million.
Welcome to the family.
Thank you.
Come on over. Come bring it here. Get on and
Barbara's biggest business coup on Shark Tank was investing in a little Los Angeles food truck called Cousin's Maine Lobster.
Sales have been awesome since Shark Tank. 2 months before we went on, we did $150,000 in business. Ever since, we've done $700,000 in sales.
Barbara and her fellow shark Lori now share the spotlight on the show, but the sisterhood of sharks only goes so far. They're ready to battle it out if the deal is right.
I want to clarify one thing. What Lori does well is she sells product. What I do well is I build power brands. And I've done it with every business I've invested in on Shark Tank.
Well, I've built a $500 million power brand.
Yes, of course.
It's like a gunfight at the OK Corral.
They may be competitive, but are quick to defend the budding business of women when the male sharks start to circle in.
Ladies, I think you're two beautiful women, but when you put the cap on, you look like 80-year-old grandma.
No.
That bugs me when a guy is, let me tell you, little girl from up here, let me tell you how to do it. It's a tone that clicks in. It's like, drives me crazy. That's always when we run to the defense.
And I will definitely jump in. I think I'm more protective of the females that come in if that happens with the male sharks.
In the Shark Tank, the big mama fish are making room for the next generation of women to cut their teeth.
You think you might cut a woman a break more than a man?
Definitely not. I'm tougher on women. Because you know why? I'm tougher on anyone who will use any excuse as to why they didn't get ahead. Because I've walked in the shoes of knowing that I had a million excuses I could have used and chose not to use them.
For Nightline, I'm Cecilia Vega in Los Angeles.